Good morning, and good afternoon, or good night, depending on the moment you will watch this. Another vlog, and this one will be about the knitting days in Breda here in the Netherlands. And I'm sure when you will see this, you definitely have no idea what I'm talking about, because most of you who watch the English version of this video will live outside the Netherlands and really have no connection to the knitting days here in the Netherlands. But it's a common event which happens many times during the year in different cities around the country. And it's a real big happening. All crafters come together, and all kind of indie dyers can be found here. And for me, it was my first time with Veluwsch Verfgoed to join the club. And well, that's what this video is about. And you can also see a little impression of how this event looks like. I'm sure in your own country you also have some. But well, this is the Dutch version of it. And so I will record this English video a bit different to give you some more insights, or I will tell you some more about things that for Dutchies are actually very, well, they already know it. But as said, when working at Veluwsch Verfgoed to open the shop, I knew this first knitting days in the Netherlands would be my first moment to well, introduce my yarns in real life. People could feel them, touch them, see the colors. So it was a very big moment for me, and well, there was some pressure. So let's start at the beginning, because the knitting days are over now. It was last weekend and it was really busy, and I'm actually still exhausted from it, but it's fun to share some of it. And let's start with the beginning, because as said, it was my first time, so I had to prepare a lot. You have to think about, okay, how I'm gonna present my my shop there. You are a vendor and you have a little space to put your products in. So in the end, I think I did a great job. It was definitely preparing for an event like this. You really have no idea what to do. And so I packed my whole shop, all my products into bags and whatever to take with me, because you don't know what you're selling or not selling. And honestly, I had to pack it in my own car, and it didn't fit. Well, with a lot of pushing it in, it fit in my car, but it definitely was not safe to drive, actually, because I really had no sight any longer, and I still had a 2-hour drive left to the event. But hey, I managed to do it, and I arrived safely. And then you are coming into a big event hall, and you really have no idea where to start. So I just started, well, organizing my products and lay it out. And in the end, it took me about 4 or 5 hours, and I think, well, it looked pretty good in the end. Yeah, and so it was like, I think I did okay with this first time, and you definitely learn things for another day, for another event. But in the end, I was pretty happy. And of this whole process, I have made. I didn't have that much time to record something, because, well, it was just too busy. But from this preparation, I have made little short records, and I put them together in a short clip. So you have an idea how this all looked and how this all went. And that's what we're gonna look at right now at first. So enjoy this video. Well, that was the video of the preparations for the knitting days in Breda. And as you saw, it was definitely not that safe to drive with a car like that packed. And important to mention was maybe before going on to the next part, the preparation in Breda, building up your own vendor's place, was already a little party made. Also by Martine from Stoffen and Stiksels, and I know this is definitely not something that is reminding you of something, because it's a Dutch company, but she is just a lovely lady, and she made it so comfortable already. We had a little party already building up our things during that day. And of course Claudia from Ik Ben Claudia, she's a real nice person. She's really friendly, and I will tag her under here in the notes as well if you like to follow her. She's a Dutch artist, let's say artist, and she makes little vlogs as well. But she made me real comfortable during the build-up of Veluwsch Verfgoed there. So that's important to mention as well. And let me tell you something about the event itself. Here in the Netherlands we have the knitting days, which was here in Breda, and we have it in another city in the country, in the middle of the country, and we have the crafting days, and it's actually the same organization, but the crafting days holds more hobbies like knitting, crochet, quilting, sewing, and this is only these days in Breda where I went are only meant for knitting and crochet, or maybe punching or something like that, or spinning, but it's not. It's more focused on those things, and it's a really lovely location because it's a very big event hall, very high. So when it's busy, the noise and the warmth that creates in an area where a lot of people are in is just going to the roof, and it's not that steamy. And normally, if you have a location which is a bit cramped and spaced, it soon becomes very hot and tense to be there as a visitor, and this location definitely didn't have that. So that's a very big plus. And you find lots of indie dyers in this event, mostly based here in the Netherlands, but some don't. Some are based somewhere else in Europe, and they travel all the way to this kind of events to show themselves, and that's really lovely. It's getting bigger and bigger over the years. It was my first time, but there were lots of colleagues and indie dyers with me, and some of them are at Wool base. It's an indie dyer out of the province Limburg. We have Wool met Verve. It's also a Dutch company, but also well known overseas. We have Wool Hobby, which is also a local indie dyer. We have the Draadzaak, also a local indie dyer. We have Bedkatoe Yarns, also a local indie dyer. We have the Ulstay. They were my neighbors and very friendly people, actually. We have Brugina. Brugina is a very good Dutch knitter in colorwork, and she sells the most amazing packages together. We have Martin's Lab was there. He's from Poland. We had a little corner with Nocturne, the Wee Yarn Company, and Undercover Otter. They are also a team together, and they made the most beautiful yarns. Really, just find them, search for them. And perhaps I had Frogmouse Studio standing on the opposite side from me. Behind it was Livia. Livia is a more stationary kind of shop for all knitting supplies and that kind of things. And perhaps I definitely forgot names to mention, but there are lots of vendors to find there, and it's a Walhalla for all kind. If you're knitting or crocheting, you definitely have to be there if you can, if you have the possibility. It's a real great place to be. And overall, I think it's a very good event, and I will attend some more over this year. And of course, I will also show you some of that. But for now, I've made some little records before the event was opening, because that was the only moment I could make some records, because when open, I was far too busy selling and talking to people to even make some records. So I've put them all together in a little clip. It's about 5, 6, 7 minutes, I don't know, but it gives you a nice view of how it looked before the event was open. So enjoy watching this video. You get a good idea of where I was actually, and well, enjoy this video, and I'll see you back after it. Okay, so that was the video of how the event looks a bit before opening. You see different indie dyers and vendors. And I think it was, although it's not much, it definitely gives a good idea of how things were looking there. And I'm sure you're definitely, yeah, well, in many countries they have events like this, so I think they all look the same, but then you have an idea how we do it over here. And well, now you have an idea. Of course, I met and talked to a lot of people over the last 2 days. And now it's time to mention some of those people. And of course, I will know them all under here. Most of them are Dutch, so I don't know if you have any, well, if it helps you, because some things you as a foreigner you can't read or see. But that doesn't matter. I want to name them because they deserve it and they deserve some attention. First of all, I want to start with what I bought. I didn't have any time actually to shop myself, although I wanted it very much, but it was way too busy. But before opening, I had the chance to purchase one skein in a minute, and it was this one, this beautiful zebra purple skein of Vrouwtjes Wolboutique. And this sounds very English, although it's a Dutch name, Vrouwtjes Wolboutique. And I also get this free card with it, and it's Paco, it's her dog, and a nice measurement needle thing. How do you may say it? I will of course note Vrouwtje under here as well. She is an indie dyer herself, out of the north of our country. And on Friday, I actually started off by seeing and talking to many of you, but there was also Miek from Steekmarkeerders.nl. It's actually stitch markers where I'm talking about. Steekmarkeerders is the Dutch word for it. And she is an artist in making personal stitch markers. And I get a little gift pushed into my hand, but I was so busy. I told her, okay, thank you very much, but I'm so busy. I will take it with me and I will take a look at it tonight when I'm home. And so I did. And what was in the package? It was this. It was a personal, you see it? It's a personal stitch marker of the Veluwsch Verfgoed logo. So it's a very personal stitch marker. And I love it. So thank you, Miek. I'm very happy with it. And of course, I also got a nice candy bar and some tea. Wonderful. I'm so happy with it. And I will contact Miek if she can make more of these, as I think they deserve also a place in my shop as well. But where Miek goes, there's also a second lady. They are friends and they travel a lot to all kinds of these events, and it's Hobby Bags. It's Inge from Hobby Bags, and she hand makes all kind of bags and cases and whatsoever, and she does it in a marvelous way. She has different kinds, and I will also tag her under here, hobbybags.nl. And she also gifted me something. And I said the same, like, okay, busy, but I will take a look at it tonight. And when I opened the package, I found this. And isn't this cute, or is it? Yes, you can see it right. She actually wrote on the card, she was working on a new series of bags, and the theme of it was forest animals. And so she had this kind of fabric with the little fox, and she thought this can't be coincidence. It must be like he is opening a shop with a logo of a fox. I'm working with this fabric. It's 1-on-1. I have to make a little case for him. So here it is, and I love it. Thank you so much, Inge. And I think it's so sweet and so kind that people just give you something without having something in return. And I find that so special. For me, this is not normal. It's not the standard. It's very unique and special that people like this exist and just do this. just give you something out of their kindness. And um, saying that, I think it's very important to also mention someone else. And there was a young woman with her mother at my vendor's place, and she had a beautiful story, a bit of the same like me, like ending up in a place like, okay, losing a job or can't grow in a job and being on a certain point in life, what to do. And she can crochet, she can design. So her idea was to focus on that and see what it brings her. And although has not opened her shop yet, I think it's a beautiful idea to explore your creativity and see what it brings you. I have been on the same step. I've been on the same point of life, and it definitely touched me. And so I think it's out of my kindness, it's also good to mention her. And her name is Janu, and this is her card. I will definitely note her Instagram under here, and even if I can give her the opportunity to give her some attention and maybe some new followers on her social media because when she opens up her shop, there is more attention, then it's a win-win. And I think she deserves it, and she deserves the kindness for her bravery and her to give her some more confidence about it. So she also took some nice Veluwsch Verfgoed yarns to explore some of her projects she's working on, and I think it will be great. And over time, when she is ready and she has done it, I will definitely show and share with you what she's doing. But it's wonderful to see also this kind of conversations and people on an event. You don't have that on social media that fast. It's definitely a real life thing, and I'm happy to meet her, and I wish you all the best, Janu. I'm sure you will rock the things, and I wish you all the luck. And when I see you back again on the next event, I hope things will be good for you and you have grown, even if it is in any way possible. Okay, that was Janu. Then we have, I have seen Carla, and none of you knows probably who Carla is, but Carla is a Dutch woman. She's living nearby, and she is a follower since I wrote my first book, Far Away, a few years before all of this. But she's such a lovely lady. She's also a Dutch one. She's in the notes. She's just started a YouTube channel, but it's all in Dutch, so probably many of you don't have any you even don't understand what she's saying, but she's really funny and it's a great woman. So then you know that. There also was Liane from Steekjes en Zo. Liane is also a Dutch vlogger and a Dutch knitting artist. And she also gave me this beautiful stitch marker, which I really love. And she was such a lovely lady to talk about also. It's such fun at events that you can actually meet persons in real life and have a chat and explore something. It's really wonderful, and I loved meeting you, Liane. And we also had Kimberly from Just Kimberly. She's actually the writer of the Dutch Nijntje book. Maybe it will be now translated to English, so probably you will definitely see this in stores later on over the world. And Nijntje is of course a very popular children's figure here out of the Netherlands, made by Dick Brunner, but she made a crochet version of it in a book. And she did that here in the Netherlands already, very successful, and now it will be translated to other languages as well. But Kimberly is also such a fun lady. There's always joy with her. She's happy, smiling. There's a laugh. It's always fun. I will tag her in the notes as well. Then there was Kippen van Karin. That's also Dutch, but that's actually translated chickens from Karin. And that's a lovely lady because she is making, just for fun, in her free time, emotional support chickens. She's knitting them and she sells them in her Etsy shop. So people can actually, for just the price of the yarn and materials used, you can gift as emotional support chicken to someone if you can knit or crochet. And last year, my mother, when I had surgery over summer, my mother purchased a chicken, emotional support chicken, at her place, and I received the gift. So I was really surprised, and so I discovered this whole thing, and it's still here in my living room. The emotional support chicken. It definitely helped during these days. It put a smile on my face. Um, but now she was standing right in front of me. So it was really nice to chat about, and I will put her Etsy shop under here as well. It was really fun. And then last and mostly the two people I always see on events, that is Mike and Dennis, and they are a couple. Um, and Mike is from Mike's Creative World, Mike's Creatieve Wereld in Dutch. And he has a YouTube channel, a big one, and he has done the the instructions videos for the crochet along from Scheepjes last year for Dedri. And he's such a lovely chat. I mean, it's always fun to see him, and I'm so happy to see more men in this world presenting themselves, taking out in public, and those two are definitely an example for it. And I always have a lovely chat with them, so it was definitely fun to see them as well. Well, yeah, and of course. Even after closing hours, they stay with me for a while and we chatted a little longer. So I will also put his channel under here. And for Dennis, his husband, he makes candles. So I will also put the link for that under here. Yeah, well, and of course, these names I mentioned are all kind of YouTubers, vloggers, social media stores, whatsoever. But there were also a lot of people just which I spoke through social media, or who follow my account, or have shopped at my web shop. So Maud, Miranda, Belinda, Corrie, Cindy, Agnes, Silke, Ingrid, and many more of you. Thank you so much for being there and having a little chat or buying something. And I can't even remember all names, but know that they are in my mind. You're in my mind, and I'm so thankful for how it went. Yeah, it were really great days. And well, of course, all things are now settled, and I have restocked the shop, and I've counted everything. And well, lots of things are actually out of stock at the moment in the shop. So I already am busy with dyeing new yarns and restocking things. I have ordered everything that was out of stock for now. So if you now visit the shop, it will probably be a bit empty. But know that in 1 week or 2 weeks, everything is back in stock, and we will be back on track. But this is a good thing, because that meant the event was very successful for me, and I'm such grateful. I'm just enjoying these days after, like, all things are putting a smile on my face, and I had such a great time with such lovely people. And although my records are not showing the credits for this event, others will have made probably better videos. I know it's a Sarah, she's also a knitting YouTuber, has made a great video and a good impression. And of course Mike from Mike's Creative World. When they go together, Dennis, his husband, is recording the whole event the whole day, and he is just like finding his way through the event. He definitely will have a nice video as well, and a good overview of all things there. So those two you can definitely watch as well, if you like to see this. For now, thank you for watching this. I hope you liked the video. I will get behind the scenes now the next weeks to work hard on new things, and I will be back at you in March with a new vlog, and of course a new thing, because there's something big on the schedule. I mentioned it before a lot, so it's no news. but I'll have to do some work around it still, and I still have to restock everything. So in the end, I'll be back then. For now, I definitely hope you liked it. You had a little view and idea of how this all went, and well, there are coming more events this year, so there's probably getting more videos like this over the year. Well, I hope you liked it. Enjoy your day, your night, or whatever you're watching this, and I hope to see you in the next time. Bye bye.